you, there are a lot of lectures going on in London or around in the UK regarding the importance, significance of Diwali. And I tell you, most of the speakers, I sit and smile. They say, Diwali means, it sounds so nice, victory of good over evil, thump the evil guys. And it's like, I said, okay. This is the if you like, the external aspect of Diwali. Ram, killing this 10-headed Ravan, the horrible monster. This is pure Star Wars. Diwali is much more than Star Wars, friends. Watch it. It's not just Star Wars, fireworks and feasting and we destroy Ravan. Oh, Ram is so good. There's much more to it. Let me tell you the deeper aspect of Diwali. You'll be surprised with the deeper depth of Diwali's understanding that I'm going to present. First of all, they give the basics. Is this great hero of ancient India, returned from his exile into Ayodhya, into a dark night. So they had to light a lot of little oil lamps called Diva, and a row of oil lamps are called Deepavali. And from there we shortened it to Diwali. That's the name, how we acquired the name. But I mean the deeper dimension. You won't get it anywhere, I'm telling you. Because when I look at all the speakers, what are they saying? Just good over evil, light over darkness. Okay, they're fighting away. But there's a deeper dimension, much more deeper than you can even imagine what Diwali holds. First of all, Diwali is this. It is not celebrating just some kind of historic event that this Ram came back. It is in a way celebrating what Ram stands for. This is the scientific reason. Why is this Ram so powerful? We had lots of other kings as well, lots of very colorful, very brave kings. But why does this king stand out, and why do we celebrate his return to Ayodhya? Why? I tell you why. Many interesting reasons. First of all, we see in the history of humanity the first time a king who was not living for property, possession, increasing his empire, was living for principles, not property and possession. Most kings were just property, possession, marry all the beautiful women and collect everything, all the gold and everything. This king said, couldn't be bothered. For a principle, he left his luxuries, he walked into a forest, exile for 14 years, just for principle. See, first time we see human beings not living for purely material reasons, living for ideal. If you like a principle that they love, they attract to, they are prepared to abandon their material needs for a principle-oriented ideal. That is what Ram stands for, living for principles rather than just possession, property. That's what most human beings do. Most kings did until even up to now. First feature. Remember this. A person who is kind of focusing on ideals rather than material gains is far superior. So that's the first thing that we see in the story of Ram. The second feature we see in the story of Ram, which is really catches my heart, and that's why I'm really very proud that I belong to a nation that they produce a hero like Ram. Throughout his life, he never lived for himself. He lived for others. Never for himself. I want my luxury. You look at all the modern kings, I'm giving you an example of Prince Charles, he was chasing after this beautiful married woman while he is already married. What kind of ideal is that? So here we see a king who was living with high principles and never lived for his personal fancies, his personal ambitions. He lived for the greater good. See, again, a major feature of this Ram. To the extent, to what extent? So he lived, in fact, not for himself, but for the greater good. This is why he exiled Sita. Because he noticed that the moral fabric of his nation was being disturbed. And Sita and Ram said, we'd rather set a good example. So he sent Sita into exile, not because he's a horrible monster or a horrible husband, for the betterment of the greater good. Same with Sita. She said, no problem. So we will suffer. Both of us, we love each other, we have to be separated because the society must learn a good lesson from us. See, living for others throughout his life. The third thing that I like about this man, this grand master of Hinduism, is this. In the guise of Sita being abducted, a war following, in reality what it is showing is a historic event. The Northern Empire of India was coming into contact with the Southern Empire of India. They had separate empires, separate civilizations, with Sri Lanka, etc. So there was, if you like, conflict. Whenever civilizations meet, there is conflict, because friction, because they are different and they've got different approaches. So there was conflict in the guise of Sita getting abducted and Ram trying to rescue Sita. The deeper vision is, you want scientific answer. There was conflict of two civilizations, and this happens even now. Now look at the story of Ram. This is why I love this guy. He's a wonderful example for modern world. When civilizations meet, normally, check out, especially the Anglo-Saxon civilization, wherever they went, they overran the people there, destroyed their civilization, murdered them. These Red Indians being killed in North America, and cowboys go shooting them because they got better weapons. So once they win, they demolish. There's no end. The Red Indians are put into little kind of camps where they cannot get drunk and die. So they took over the whole nation, destroyed the civilization that was there. There's no hardly any trace of that older civilization. South America, destroyed. North America, destroyed. Australia, destroyed. New Zealand, destroyed. So you see, this is when the civilization meet, there's friction, and one civilization may win over because they got better armaments or whatever. But look, same happened with Ram. He won. Then he said, okay, now I destroy the people, kill them all, and I put a governor to rule you. You are my colony. Did he say that? He said, no, Vibhishan, you take over. We are best of friends. We had a bit of a conflict. We sorted it out. Now you carry on, my friend. This is your kingdom. We act as best of friends from now on. And we assimilate and integrate the best of our both civilizations and produce a stronger civilization. The whole of India came together because of this Ram. Not trying to conquer and colonize other nations. Compare it with the modern civilizations. Even now, today, when you look at the news, we can see this power-hungry major nations trying to, in a way, interfere with the lives and the living of other people. They are because they want to kind of grab them. They will try and demolish them. So you see, compare it with this ancient hero. That's why I say, my friends, this Diwali is not a minor feasting and fireworks festival. It's a festival celebrating, if you like, the evolution of humanity from being highly materialistic, highly animalistic, to becoming highly idealistic, highly spiritual. This is why this Ram is no minor character. So in fact, this is the deep, as you said, you want the scientific answer why Diwali is important. So I've given you a few reasons. Live for ideals, live for principles, assimilate and integrate things from other people, not on the civil, even other people. When you meet others, you learn best thing from them, integrate within your own system and grow. This is what Ram teaches. My friend, what more do you want? This is the height of Hindu philosophy in practice.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.
Talks on Hinduism. Sponsored by People Care. Encouraging caring for the elderly in their own homes. For more information, please visit peoplecare.com.